Hello everyone, this is Thierry Lena. I'm going to show you in the next few videos how to get going with Skinxs 2.0. I hope you're very excited about all the new features I presented into the email. Let's start with this first video talking about general information and layout, the new dashboard, the patient card, how to visualize diagnostic, create a treatment, notification, and to change your account details. I try to get going quickly so we don't spend too much time on it, and then next few video I'll talk about photo analysis, marketing campaign, and label print. These are the three new buttons you see here. So when you're going to log in for the first time, you're going to go to newdesign.skinxs.com, you're going to sign in, and this is not what you will see because your patient list will be empty. If I open our old design or current design, this is what we used to see. The same thing, you have the patient list, doctor's name, search bar. Okay, here the different thing is these three buttons compared to the plus button we used to have. Plus was to add a new patient or to send an email or to create a fast treatment. So we have changed that a little bit, but let me talk about this in the next few videos. I will start with the layout. So you see here I've got the patient list. I can sort the patient by name, I can sort by last activity, I can sort by registration date. Here on the left I've got the quick access toolbar. For example, I can go to the letter M to look for a patient by last name or first name. I can search for a patient here. Okay, no result. And you notice here in the middle I've got the status column. So we classify patient according to statuses. We have different statuses. The first one is new questionnaire field. We have ongoing treatment, as you can see here, and we have treatment completed as well. Inactive patient is the patient that don't or didn't do any action for a few weeks. So for example, if there is a questionnaire field and after 4 weeks the doctor didn't create any treatment, or the treatment got expired and the doctor didn't create a new treatment, the patient becomes inactive. So it's great because here you can filter by statuses. So for example, I can show all except inactive patient. And if I do that, I can see I've got 21 out of 214 patients. I can see my active patient. I can also filter to only show, for example, my new questionnaire field. I can see I've got one here. 3 hours ago, questionnaire was completed and I need to take on some action. Another way to filter a patient is by clinic location. So this is new. And this is not for everyone, but we got the request that some big clinics, they have multiple locations across the country. So instead of creating multiple Skinxs accounts, we can create one account and put these tags. So here I put clinic A and B just as an example, but we can add the real name of the clinics, and we can assign patient to one of these locations. And then I can filter, for example, to only show my clinic A patient. I've got 4 of them. So this is great for the doctor or the assistant that work in each clinic. They can apply this filter and only show their patient, but still have only one Skinxs account for all the different clinics associated with this account. Here I can email my patient directly. If I have a phone number, here we have an example. If I have a phone number registered for the patient, I can also call, and I can delete my patient. I can also manually, for some statuses, mark my patient as inactive. So for example, this patient completed a questionnaire and she decided not to buy any product. I can mark it as inactive. So I keep it in my database, but I don't have the statuses anymore because she didn't want to pay. She just wanted to try the questionnaire. She did it online. She saw a link on Facebook, on Instagram, but didn't go further. So this is the main dashboard. Okay, we'll talk about these 3 buttons later. Now, if I enter the patient card, so for example, this new questionnaire here, and I also have a notification, new questionnaire, I can see it's the same patient. So every time I have a new questionnaire or treatment completed, I got a notification. So let's try to open this patient card. And here I've got a warning. Why? Because the questionnaire she completed, we have some anomalies. Okay, so before we can go on with create treatment, we need to validate those anomalies. I'm gonna pass for now. So this is the new patient card. Again, compared to before, this is what we used to have: diagnostic history, treatment history, medical data, personal data, and the photo. Now we have a tabbing system where we have create treatment, treatment history, diagnostic, medical data, photo, and comments. Let's start with medical data. These were pre-filled by the questionnaire she completed, but the doctor can change them at any time. He can also add manually the medication that the patient is taking, the medical condition, allergies, if it's not part of the list. Now, we know that we have a questionnaire completed by Florian. And before I can see the full diagnostic, there is anomaly number 2. So it's telling me there's a problem with the phototype and the skin thickness of the patient. So here I completed this questionnaire randomly, so that's why this anomaly appeared. I'm going to say, okay, I understand there might be a problem. Now the anomaly is validated. I can see the diagnostic. I can see the photo, I can zoom in. And for each, as before, for each of the 8 color dysfunction, I can go much more in detail and see the result. For example, 10 out of 10 skin pigmentation, and the system calculated it comes from H-spot. So this is diagnostic. Every time I'm going to have a new diagnostic, in either from questionnaire or from photo, it's going to be added here. On the left, we'll have the list of my diagnostic, and on the right side, the details. As you remember, I can print a PDF summary based on the questionnaire. So this is very useful for the doctor. We have the patient detail, the diagnostic, the recommended treatment. And also I can create treatment for this diagnostic. Either I click here, create treatment, or I click here, this tab, and automatically create treatment is going to give me suggestion based on the last recording diagnostic. So here only have one, so diagnostic number 1. So the recommendation I see here based on diagnostic number 1, and I can show the detail, zoom in on a photo, etc. and see more information. So what do I see? I see 4 subsections: treat, cleanse, rebalance and moisturize, protect. So before we only had 2 sections, the treat and the complementary care. Now this time we try to segment it a little bit more, and we have this 4 sections. What is selected by default, you see the price, already have something in my basket, €195, is based on the face serum. So by default, we always include the face serum into the treatment. I can see I have a morning and evening serum. So this is the new way we decided to display the treatment recommendation. The doctor can do many things. Here you can say, no, this is good serum, but I want to change it, put it in evening, and this one morning. And you see a switch between the 2. Or I say, okay, maybe it's too expensive, I only want 1 serum, morning and evening, this one, and the price has decreased, and the duration has decreased as well. Or maybe I want to make my own. So here I start from scratch, and I say, okay, I want SOD, I want madecassoside, and I want vitamin B3, for example. For the morning, for evening, I'm going to treat it. H-spot with melasma, B3, isoflavone. Okay, so here I made my own suggestion. What's new is that you can change the concentration for each of the ingredients. For example, SOD, one capsule is 2%, I can put 6% SOD. Madecassoside, I can put 2%. And you see the price is increasing, of course, because I'm increasing the number of capsules. Now, Arbutin, if I put 6%, now we are going into medical grade level. So only doctor, the system will never suggest 6% Arbutin. Only the doctor can go to the medical grade level above the cosmetic grade. And I can say, okay, yes, I take the responsibility and I set up to 6% Arbutin. Maybe he did all that and he said, oh, maybe it's not right. What was the recommendation? Again, you can click recalculate and he will give the recommendation from the algorithm. We added eye contour serum. Okay, so now you can have a separate eye contour serum for your treatment. And again, you can change it, the ingredient. You cannot change the concentration for the eye contour serum. Only one capsule per active. And the Universkin Age, the booster, that can be used in combination with the face serum. So this is my treat. Now, cleanse, I've got the Nexutra. You see it's recommended, but it's not selected automatically by the system, but I can add it if I want to. The price. Rebalance and moisturize, I've got all my products. Okay, let's say I'm going to give her the Nexutra, maybe the Nexutra L in the morning and Nexutra 1 in the evening. And the protect, I've got the Z and the UV. Maybe she needs the UV, I can add it here. So here I've selected my whole treatment plan for Florian. Validate treatment. Here, this is the summary pop-up. I see the composition of the serums, the direction of use, and the serum action. I can say the treatment has been paid offline at the clinic, because if I say no, maybe I can register this treatment as a draft, and later on I will be able to come back and say, okay, finally the patient decided to buy this treatment, and I will change it. Treatment has been paid. And I can put the starting date of the treatment as today by default, or I can put it into the future. This is useful to calculate the length of the treatment. So this is a 60 days treatment. Continue. Here I can review the email that will be sent to the patient. I can edit, add more information if I want to. This was a request from my doctors because they didn't know exactly what kind of email we used to send to their patients. So this is what is sent once they finish the treatment. And if the patient agreed to receive SMS notification, we also send an SMS message. So this is very new. We are able to send SMS notification now. Send and create treatment. Okay, new treatment for Florian was successfully created. Start today. And I can find it under treatment history section. This I will talk about in a few minutes. Now, Florian, I'm in patient card, I'm in treatment history tab, the same way as diagnostic tab, treatment history tab. On the left, I've got the list of treatment. On the right side, I've got the detail. And this is the detail of the treatment. The day was created, the day started, how many days are left in a treatment, if the treatment has been paid or not. So for example, I can untick, and we explain here why you might need to use this feature, and same composition, direction of use, and serum action. Anytime you can renew your treatment once it becomes expired. In photo, I've got the history of photo here that we use for this patient. So this one was uploaded by the patient during the completion of the questionnaire. I can add any photo I want inside the photo tab. It doesn't have to be a face, you can add a profile photo, you can add a shoulder photo, you can add any type of photo here inside the photo tab. So for example, I will add someone else's photo, but just to show you this feature, which is the compare. So I can compare before and after photo here to put them side by side. This is a great feature that we added. Let's delete this photo. Okay. And finally here we have the personal detail that I can then edit at any time. For example, the patient doesn't want to receive SMS anymore. I can untick that. I can change the country, city, and the clinic association. Okay, this was as a link during the questionnaire by the patient, and I can change it later. So this is the patient card and how to create a treatment. You can create treatment based on the last diagnostic. On diagnostic, here if I add more, I will have a list of diagnostic, or I can create treatment from scratch. And here I add my own ingredients to the treatment. Maybe I only do one, and I do morning and evening. And maybe you see this is 1 month, and I can duplicate the same serum with the X2, twice the same treatment, 2 months treatment. And the price per month, it's a little bit cheaper, 77 euro versus 90 euro if I only have one for 1 month's duration. Okay, if I come back to the dashboard, now sort by last activity, Florian is here, ongoing treatment, 1 of 60 days. So at the end of the treatment, she will receive an email to renew the treatment, and me as a doctor, I will also receive an email. Finally, what I want to talk about, last thing for this video, price setting. These are the default prices, but you as the doctor can edit and add his own price. My account. Here are all the information related to my Skinxs account. So you can edit your photo. This is your link, your unique link to the questionnaire. You can change it. This is your website. At the end of the questionnaire, you know patients are redirected to the doctor website if you have one. So at any point you can come back here and change it. I can change my name, phone number, my language, secondary email address. Here it's a very nice feature because we can send all the notification, like you have a new questionnaire, formula expired, to your assistant as well. Just have to enter secondary email addresses here. Okay, I think that's it for the first video, and let's continue with create treatment with photo analysis.